welcome to your practice. Let's get started. I'll just say for the recording as well, as I just mentioned it, we will we'll use a strap today. We have our strap available in addition to our regular prompts. Just a comfortable seat. Centered. Take a moment when you center yourself here. Create an intentional, mindful moment. Feeling the body. And watching the breath. Start to feel the breath stretch into the lungs. Take this breath, breathe into the belly. This next breath, breathe into the ribs. This next breath, breathe into your chest. And 3 separate breaths. Breathe into the belly. Breathe into the ribs. Breathe into the chest. Focus. Really focus on the breath moving into these areas. Breathe into the belly. Breathe into the ribs. Breathe into the chest. 3 separate breaths. One more time. Breathe into the belly. Breathe into the ribs. And the chest. Okay, before we lay down for the strap work, let's grab our strap and fold it in half. And fold it in half again. So that should yield you shoulders distance apart. If it's not shoulders distance apart, then fold it so that you can hold it shoulders distance apart. Grab the strap and squeeze shoulders height and start to pull apart. Pull the strap apart so you feel some tone in the shoulder. We're going to 3 times. You're going to try not to make sure. You're going to try to make sure that your ribs and your chest don't move. So you're working the shoulder joint, lifting up, and then coming back down. Keep pulling. Keep your arms straight, Kathy. Straighten those elbows. There you go. Come back to neutral. Let's lift up again. Number 2. Keep pulling apart, keep your arms straight. Try not to let the elbows, let the chest lift. Come down, nice and straight arms, feel it in your shoulders. And number 3. And back down. And relax a moment, just lay that strap there. Okay, go ahead and let's grab the strap again. Maybe you just do a half fold and hold a little bit longer apart. You're going to inhale, lift up. And now keep your right arm in the sky and pull your left arm over. So it's going to bend your right elbow. Feel the stretch in the back of that side right arm. And then you might have to lengthen the strap. You're going to pull down on the strap with your left hand and pull your left arm behind you. So just enough space so you can feel a stretch in both arms. Breathe here. Keep pulling the strap apart. Keep pulling the strap apart and come back up. And now pull the right arm wide. We'll pull the left arm down. And then when you get close, you're going to tuck the right arm behind you. Breathe here. Keep pulling on the strap. And send the arm back out. Tucked into my plants over here. And pull the strap apart, stretch up into the sky. And then let's relax the arms down. Rest the moment. All right, for this next warm up, shoulder warm up, you're going to take your strap and you do have to loop it this time. You have to make a loop. That's about when you put your, I'll show you once you've looped it. Not too big of a loop. You got to kind of pull the loop taut so that you can put your elbows, you're going to put the strap where the elbows are. So your shoulder, your elbows are shoulders distance apart. Good. Yep, you've got it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to turn your palms to face front and bend your elbows. So it's kind of like Sphinx arms. Good. Now, try to make sure that your forearms are like the number 11. So Kathy, can you widen that right hand? Yeah, good. Keep the forearms in the number 11 and imagine that you're sliding your hands up a glass wall. Good. Don't let the hands come close towards each other again. So John, looks like, yeah, exactly, a little bit tighter. I think you need your strap a little tighter, John, if that's available to you. Like a little smaller of a hoop for John. Good, now slide your hands down the imaginary wall. Don't let your hands fall in. Keep them as wide as the elbows. Good, so it's against your body. One more time. Keep your hands as wide as your elbows. Let's go up the imaginary wall. Keeping the strap taut. And then let's go down the imaginary wall. Good, and release. One more time, a little bit different. So it's a little bit more complicated. You're gonna hook the strap. I'll come closer to the camera so you can see what I'm doing. You're gonna hook the strap like this. Okay, shoulders distance apart. Around the hands now, John. Good, we're almost there. All right. Now, imagine that your pinky finger was touching a wall. Your pinky finger is touching a wall. And you're going to slide your pinky fingers up the wall. This is a really good shoulder therapeutic. Keep the elbows closer together, Kathy, if you can. Palms should face each other. Palms should face each other. Good. Slide the pinky fingers down the wall. Palms face each other. You've got it now. That's it, much better. Elbows, look, with your own eyeballs, everyone, are your elbows the same distance apart as your hands? Let's go up, number 2. Extend the arms, and then come back down. Putting pressure on that strap. Chest tight, a little lower. Number 3, equidistant the whole way. Here we go, last one. Keep pressing. And come back down. Whew, rest the strap. Those arms should feel worked. That is not easy. All right, let's do some leg work with the strap. We're going to lay on our backs. You can put a little pillow under your head. I don't think you need the loop here. You can unloop your strap. Let's keep our knees bent, feet flat on the floor to start. Just make sure you're relaxed here. Good. When you're ready, you're going to take the middle of your strap and place it over the arch of your foot. And then put your knees in alignment. So my right leg is straight. You hold each hand, hold one end of the strap. Give everyone a moment. If you're there, just start to relax while we wait. Everyone gets set up. Try to keep your elbows straight. And now feel the pulling of the strap. Anchor your leg into your hip joint. Just stay there a minute. Don't get a deep stretch yet. Just think about the bone, think about the joint, not the muscle. Flex your foot a little bit now, drawing the toes towards the hip. Turn from your hip joint, turn your thigh in, just slightly. And now pull the strap any amount. As you bend your elbows, walk your hands up the strap to keep the arm straight. Nice and steady, steady, easeful practice. Couple more deep breaths, stay steady. Steadiness is the ability to fix the mind on one thing without wavering. Good. Slowly bring the leg back to the knees touching. And then release your strap, release your foot. And just rest your hands. When you're ready, you're going to go ahead and take the middle of the strap over the arch of your left foot for our second side. And we're going to start modest. Start with the knees touching. Arm straight. Good. We're not trying to get a muscle stretch right now. We're trying to just feel the hip joint. Anchor the leg bone into the hip joint. Be steady. Be unwavering in your attentiveness. Flex your foot and turn at the hip joint. Turn your thigh in just slightly. And now bring the leg into the stretch. Bring the muscle into the stretch. You can walk your hands up to keep your arms straight. Breathe. And stay steady. Give the slack back to the strap, release the leg, and rest your hands. Just rest here. Being steady is sort of a commitment, almost a conviction in your mind. I'm going to stay steady. I'm going to actually rest. I'll let my body rest. Okay, one more time. Let's go back to our first side. We're going to evolve the pose a little bit. You're going to wrap it around the right foot. Hold it knees distance, knees together. Flex the foot. Turn the thigh in so the toes are perfectly, think like the outer edge of your foot is parallel with the edge of the mat. And now pull the leg any amount. And now we're going to go two directions. We're going to go wide. Keep pulling the strap down into your hip as you take your leg straight out to the right. Any amount. Any amount. Keep pulling the strap strong. Taking the leg. Be very steady with your tone, not wobbling or wavering. Steady tone. Steadily bring the right leg back up. And then let's cross the midline and go to our left with our right leg. Steady. It won't go as far. That's okay. Back up. And then release the leg. Relax your hands. Be steady. Honor this part of the practice, just resting. Okay, when you're ready, put the strap over the arch of the left foot. Knees touching to start. Flex the toes and turn the thigh in so the outer edge of your left foot is parallel with the outer edge of the mat. Draw the leg up, straight up to start. Be steady. Even tone in the leg. Steady pace in the movement as you take your leg out to the left. Mindful, present, unwavering. Making sure if we over effort a pose, then we waver because we want the pose to end. Listen to every step. Come back and let's go across to the right, nice and slow. Back. And release the leg. Good. One final strap work before we, on the floor here before we begin. You're going to loop the strap again. Make a loop that's shoulders distance apart. And you're going to put your hands inside the loop like we did earlier. So you're hooking your palm. Thumb is sticking out. Your palms should be facing each other. And then stretch your arm straight into the sky. Almost there. Let's just wait while everyone gets here. If you're here, you're just going to keep stretching like your hands were trees growing towards the sun. Palms face each other. Feel your shoulders nice and broad on your back. Keep pressing against the strap. Keep reaching upwards. Now relax your shoulders and take your hands overhead. Maybe your thumb will find the floor, maybe not even close. Just listening as you extend the arms overhead. Come all the way back up to vertical. Release the strap. And let's come on to tabletop position when you're ready. Good job opening the hips and shoulder. Oh, we lost Lynn and John somehow, I guess, Kathy. See if they pop back in. And let's just do some cat-cow. So opening the front of our spine, inhale. Exhale, rounding. Opening the front. Exhale, rounding. Opening the front. Exhale, rounding. Two more. Knees steady, even pace. Wonderful. Let's come onto our bellies. Okay, Lynn and John, you'll just pop back in, huh? That's good. Yeah, I thought we were gonna have to log it and let you back in. We're in cobra pose now. We're working some cobra pose. Let's start to have actually bending our knees slightly. So our toes are in the sky, kind of like a mermaid. And you're gonna push your knees down. You can let your toes touch, that's fine. And just lift your chest. And try now use your glutes to lift your knees off the ground and then put them back down. Rest your head. Let's do that again. Lifting up, bending the knees. Lifting up, lifting the knees. And then resting back. One more time, steadily lifting up, bending knees, lifting up, lifting the knees off the ground, and then back down. Inhale all the way back up. Let's push. You can make the arms straight if that works for your body. And then you can bend the knees, lift the toes in the sky, mermaid pose. Breathe. And let's go ahead back, child's posture. A little bit slower warm up today. Let's come back to tabletop. You're going to take your right arm And you're going to thread it under your left arm. And come down onto the arm and down onto the shoulder. Down onto the right shoulder. Staring under your left arm at your right hand. Breathe here. Keep your right hand active. This will open the stretch. Active, steadily aware of the palm. Push down with the left hand. Let's come back to tabletop. Active in your left hand. Go under the right and lay your left arm on the ground. Activate the hand. Be steady. You want to have a consistent tone in the arm. Push down, come back up. Let's tuck our toes and go downward facing dog posture. Practice moving steadily. Seal your palms into the mat. Move your shoulder blades away from your ears. Breathe into your deep belly. On down to kneeling posture, placing your knees on the floor and lifting your body up. Interlock your fingers and stretch your arms to the sky. Pull your shoulders back, open your chest. Good, then open your arms. Pull your arms down like a cactus shape. Pulling the shoulder blades down and back. Good, now bring your forearms together in front of you to round your back. Feel the shoulder blades broaden. Interlock the fingers here and press your hands straight out in front again. Slowly lift them up. Perhaps let your ribs bulge. Open, pull down into cactus arms, steady. We're moving slow, but we're not moving passively. There's an active, steady tone to your muscles. Elbows and shoulders, pull them back as you open the chest. Then, nice and slow, push the forearms against each other. Broaden your shoulder blades. Let your chin soften slightly. Steady tone. One more time, interlock the fingers, press the palms out. Lift up. Open. Pull down and back, lifting your heart up. Squeeze into the front. Rounding the back. Very good. Step your right foot towards the right edge of your mat. Place your left hand off the mat. So you made a triangle. Put your right hand on your knee and turn your ribs to the right, looking over your right shoulder. Stretch your right arm up to the sky. And then reach your right hand forward as far as you can. Then place your right hand down on the floor. And now bend both elbows nice and slow. You should feel a deep hip stretch. Bend both elbows nice and slow. Be steady. Don't go too deep. This is a deep hip opener. Too much, we waver. Be steady. Good. From here, rock back and lift up your right toes. You can walk your hands back. This is a little bit of a runner stretch, a wide runner stretch, sitting back with your hips. Excellent. Let's step back and put the left foot along the left edge of your mat. Put the right hand off to the right. We're just doing our second side. Turn your ribs to the left. Lift the left hand up and slowly take it to the front. Gently drop it down and then bend both elbows to open your left hip. Walk the hands back. You can even walk your left foot forward as you sit back into a wide runner stretch. Good. Step back, tabletop pose. Let's warm up with a couple kneeling push-ups. So scoot your knees a little further back than your tabletop. If you want to do full push-ups, you can. You keep your legs straight. Otherwise, we'll do kneeling push-ups. We're going to lower down. One, try to go at my pace. And press up. Nothing touches the floor but the hands and the knees and the toes. Number two. And press up. Number three. And press up. Number four. And press up. Last one, keep those elbows close to your body. Number five. And lower into the mat. We're going to do locust pose. You're going to stretch, lift your chin up, squeeze your shoulders onto your back, and you're going to reach your hands out in front. You can hold the block. As you reach your hands out in front, lift your legs up a couple inches off the ground. This time, keep your knees straight. Good. Breathe here. Breathe steadily. When the back muscles tone, they tone evenly and they don't waver. Back muscles are great at holding the pose for a long time. That's why they're your back muscles. And lower down, you can turn your head to the side. Inhale, lifting up. Lift up the arms, lift up your chest, lift up your legs. Engage the whole back body steadily. And then hold it. Breathe here. Be unwavering in your amount of effort. And lower down. Let's turn our head to the other side. Rest. Last one. Inhale, lift up. Full locust pose, breathing. Tone your back body and then be steady. Float your hands, pull them back by your shoulders. Place them down under your shoulders. And then push straight up, high push up, high plank. And then downward facing dog. Walk your feet to forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, let's just do a couple rounds of the sun salutation. So now we'll add a little bit of pace. We've had a nice slow warm up. We'll add a little bit of pace with a sun salutation. So movement and breath. Try to keep a steady pace with each movement, with each breath. You know all these poses. The focus is on being extremely steady, even tone and pace. Active for each pose with the same amount of effort. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step your left foot back and come up, warrior one. Inhale. And then exhale, step back, plank pose. Lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Push the left foot forward and inhale, come up, warrior one. Transition steadily. Exhale, step to the front of your mat. Inhale, come up. Bend your knees and sit into your chair posture. Inhale, come up. And then hands to your heart. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Clean, steady movement. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step your right foot back and come up, warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, step back, plank pose. Lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Follow the breath. Be steady. Inhale, right foot forward, warrior one. Exhale, step to the front of your mat, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, sit down, chair pose. Inhale up. Hands to your heart. Let's keep going. Nice and steady, clean move. It's the same thing again. Inhale up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back. Left foot and then lift up, warrior one. The left foot is back. Exhale, step back, plank pose. Lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot forward, warrior one. Exhale, forward fold at the front of your mat. Inhale, up. Sit down chair. Steady pace. Inhale, up. Hands to your heart. Inhale, up. Clean movements. Exhale, bow. Inhale, flat back. Step your right foot back, warrior one. Breathe in here. Step back to plank pose and lower down. Exhale. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Push the right foot forward and inhale up. And then exhale, step to the front of your mat. Inhale up. Sit down chair. Inhale up. Hands to your heart. Let's elaborate, but it's the same thing. Inhale up. Lean back, look up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step your left foot back and come up, warrior one. Straighten your front leg and bow, pyramid pose. Exhale. Inhale, come back up and then open up, warrior two. Inhale, lift the right arm up. And then exhale, go over into side angle. Inhale, up into warrior two. And breathe here 3 breaths. Be steady in your warrior two. One move, place your hands on the mat, step back to plank, and lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward, come up. And straighten your leg, bow over the front leg, pyramid pose. Inhale, come back up. And open up, warrior two. Be steady. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, over into side angle. Inhale, back into warrior two for 3 breath counts. Good. Windmill your hands to the front of your mat and lift your right leg high into the sky. Keep stretching the right leg up. And then drop that knee down. Bend our knees, squat pose. Inhale all the way up to standing. Hands to your heart. Here we go. Inhale, arms to sky, look up. Exhale, bow. Step the right foot back, warrior one. Let's go right into warrior two. Straighten your front leg, triangle pose, 3 breath counts. Be steady. Make each breath equanimous. Bend your knee and place your hands at the front of your mat. Step back, plank pose, and lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. You can choose. You can do this on your knees. Otherwise, on one knee, turn your toes to the right, and let's do side plank with the right arm up. 2 breaths. You can drop that left knee to the ground.
Good, swing that hand back, downward dog. Turn the toes to the left, lift the left arm up. Side plank, 2 breaths. Good, downward dog. Push the right foot forward, come up, warrior 1. And open warrior 2. Be steady with your transitions, don't rush. Straighten your front leg, triangle, 3 breath counts. Be steady. Good. Place your hands to the front of your mat and lift your left leg into the sky. Standing splits. Breathe. Good. Bend your knees. Lower the legs. Now let's come down to squat pose. Be steady. Press down through your heels. Inhale, come up. Hands to your heart. Another round. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, left foot back. Let's come right into warrior 2 this time. Reach forward in your warrior 2, and you're going to lift up. You can use a block. You're going to lift up into half moon pose. Your left hand can be on your hip, lifting your left leg off the ground. Half moon. Breathe here, 3 breaths. Be steady in that standing leg. Good, drop the left foot down and square your body to the front of the mat. So my left foot is still back, it's like a lunge pose. My fingertips are down. And now you can do the split again, or come up into a warrior 3. So keep the hips square, left leg up, with or without the hands on the ground, maybe one hand off the ground. Just be steady, whatever you choose today. Don't waver. Good, drop the left foot back down behind you, and then step the right foot back, lower down through plank. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Push the left foot forward and come up, warrior 2. Be steady. Look where you're gonna go. You're gonna bend a little deeper and lift off into half moon for 3 breaths, whatever version of the pose that you can do with great steadiness. Breathe. Good, drop that foot down and square your body to the short edge of your mat, back heel lifted. You're gonna do your warrior 3 variant for 3 breaths. Here we go, inhale, lift up, stay square, stay steady, breathe. Lift your back, do flat back, even if your hands are on the ground. Build the back body. The back body is the key to steadiness. Those back muscles can be strong, they can be toned and engaged for a long period of time. That's how you stand upright, basically. They stay toned. Good, drop that right foot back, step the left foot back, lower down. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Walk your feet to the front of your mat and separate them wide. In your squat pose, do an upright squat. So you're lifting your shoulders up and back. We're almost there. We're going to get a rest soon. And it'll be great. Inhale, come up. Hands to your heart. Good. Balancing time. Be steady today. If you're going to use so today it's more important to be steady in the pose. And so we use the wall to guide us. You're going to put the left foot down and take the right foot up, tree posture. With the hand as a guide. Right hand on the wall. And just be steady. Left hand can be in front of your heart. If you don't need the wall, both hands in front of the heart. 5 breaths. Be steady in your posture. You just hold it. You watch. How amazing to be the steady thing in someone else's life, to be the steady one in your own life. But in a life where everything's moving and changing, being steady means that you're with the changing moment. You can't actually freeze the pose. The pose needs to be alive. And your awareness is what keeps it steady. Change the legs. Stay steady in your mind, even as the pose changes to the second side. To be the steady one in your own life, be the steady one in another's life. First, let's be steady in our practice. Stay with the body. And back down, mountain pose. Let's practice steadiness in mountain pose. So feet will be hips distance apart. Push down through your feet. Lift up through your knees. Push down through your hands. Lift up through your sternum. Push down through your tail. Lift up through your crown. Stay steady. But notice that the pose is alive with your breath. Stay with it, almost there. Don't lose your focus. Very good. Slowly come down to a cross-legged seat. Turn your palms to face up. You can rest your palms on your back of your hand, back of your wrist on your knees. Keep your spine upright and vertical. Now, lean back ever so your knees lift up, and try to keep your body lifting up and back, and bring your legs up just enough into boat. Don't round your back. Stay up, stay upright. Just lean back enough that your legs come off the ground. Breathe in your boat. Use your strength of your back today. Good. Cross your shins, sit back upright. If you can't sit upright, like really upright, you need to sit up on a prop, on a blanket. That your low back is in, you're buoyed and buoyant through your spine, back muscles engaged. We don't want to round our back for boat pose. Rather, just lean back until your knees start to come up. Stay upright, stay long in your front body, boat pose. And relax. Very good. If you've got your strap, well, go get your strap. Not if you've got your strap. And you're going to turn your toes to face up. And you're going to take the middle of the strap over both feet, over the balls of both feet. You can have your feet about hips distance apart, that's fine. Now, if you need to sit on something, do so that when you pull on the strap, pull taut with your straight arms, your spine is vertical. So that this pose is called staff pose. Your spine is like a staff, very upright, very vertical. You can flex your toes a little bit, draw them back. This will engage your legs. And now pull to bring your low back in. We don't want to round our back here. And this may be all our pose is today, is working towards vertical. Some of you can even lean back just ever so slightly past vertical. That can help keep the back in. And you just listen, what's it going to take to keep your back steady? We don't want to round our back at all. And maybe we pull with our arms or walk our hands down the strap, but we're never rounding our back here. We're staying vertical. You can get as close as you like to your thighs, but your spine is spacious in the front. Breathe here. Be steady like a staff. And relax. Separate the feet now wide. I'm going to sit up now actually a little bit. I'm going to take a blanket and I'm going to fold the blanket to get some height for my body. Just a little bit under the hips. I'm going to take the strap. I'm going to bring it over my left foot only. It's the same pose basically, we're just going to turn it. So we're lifting up, our spine is like a staff, open in the front body. Flex the feet and now pull on the strap, particularly with your left hand. So you'll turn your chest to face the left toes. Yeah, good. Be steady in both feet. You flex your feet, heels down on the ground, and pull on the strap to bring your spine very upright. And this may be our pose. We can lean back a little bit, we can be vertical, or we can gently pull forward, but we're not rounding our back at all. Be steady. Good, let's lift the strap and slowly stay steady in your legs as you hook the strap on the other side. Stay vertical in your spine. And slowly
Keeping space in the front of your spine, pull on the strap. Twisted staff, twisted wide-legged staff. Release. And now keeping the wide legs, just let your head grow heavy. Back of the neck becomes long. Let your shoulders grow heavy. And feel the chest energy flow down into the belly. Slowly come back up. And let's bring our right knee in front. Bend the right knee. And then swing your left leg all the way around behind you. So we're in pigeon posture, a laying down pigeon. Do you ever, I had a great teacher once. She said, if you need something done, did you bring it to the person who's got nothing really to do? Or do you bring it to the person who's got a lot to do? And she's like, you bring it to the person who's got a lot to do. Because that person knows how to stay steady. And that person knows how to organize and get those things done. If you bring it to someone who doesn't have a lot going on, there's a reason. They can drop the ball. Let this practice help cultivate our steadiness so that we can weather storms when they arrive. Change your legs. Now let's go ahead, roll onto our side, and roll onto our backs. We'll do a couple bridge poses just to retone the back muscles here from those back stretches. I'm gonna do my bridge pose with my heels on blocks today. The toes are in the air and the heels are on blocks. It's gonna really help strengthen the back. Give everyone a chance to set up. You don't need the blocks if you don't like them or don't have them. The heels are on the blocks. Put your arms in what's called jetpack arms. So your elbows and shoulders are down and your fingers point straight in the sky. Your forearms are straight in the sky. So you push your elbows and shoulders down, push your heels down and lift up. Let's hold 5 breaths. Feel the back muscles toning, growing steady. Go ahead, lower down. Let's do one more 3 breath counts. Inhale up. Steady, strong back. Lower down. You remove the blocks. Take our right knee to our chest and twist our knee over to the left. So we're doing a twist, side twist here, Kathy. You can put your left leg out straight. Left leg out straight, and then take your knee across. There you go. Bring the leg back out. Slowly change sides. And we all know what it's like to just have straight up too much on the plate. The mind just goes all over the place. Even sometimes having not enough on the plate, the mind goes all over the place. Steadiness is that ability to remain present with whatever's showing up throughout the day. I'm going to twist to the second side. And our meditation, our yoga practice can train us in that. Stay with the pose. Stay with the breath in the pose. Stay with the deepening of the stretch in the pose. Come back to neutral. Stretch out. Make space in the body. If there's one final pose you'd like to take or an adjustment you'd like to make, go ahead. Otherwise, just rest. Stretch. Take a comfortable seat. Take a steady seat. Thank you all. Namaste.